Welcome, everyone. It's the Shut Your Mouth Lounge. We're here. It's episode 201. Yeah.
Was Alex supposed to hit that intro?
It's not 11. My voice has changed a lot. But only for those couple seconds. Thankfully, it's back to normal now.
Yeah, that Alex did a really good impression of me. I must say, I'm impressed.
I gotta say, it probably could use some work, though. You know.
I don't know. You seem to slur. You seem to slur the words realistically enough.
Realistically?
Yes. Look, shut the fuck up.
I mean, when have I been known to shut the fuck up?
You've been talking nonstop since he pressed the record button. This has been abysmal for all parties involved.
W hasn't stopped talking since last week's podcast.
We all jumped out of the call, but he kept it going.
Yeah, which is weird because we haven't talked to each other in a week because we needed to take a week off.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like I was doing the math like on Sunday. I was doing the math and I'm like, man, we did a 12-hour fucking recording yesterday, and like usually we do 12 hours of recording on a week if we're free for like the whole week, and then that goes on for like maybe 2 weeks, and then we need to take at least a week's break. So yeah, like I like we should have recorded stuff this week because it would have benefited the schedule and shit. But I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna force it because fucking hell. They could probably use a break from me.
Anyways. Alright, so Pink, you got anything coming out on your channel?
Yes, I do. As usual, I will be having all the Dead by Daylight stuff coming out. There should be a lot of solo with me and a lot of duos with Mike, and then I will legitimately have the. Let me check. Yep, this is week. I'll have Plants vs Zombies coming out, so that'll be fun and exciting. There is one or 2 episodes of Left 4 Dead that I said I was going to upload that I haven't gotten around to yet. That is actually up in my queue right now, so that'll be up this week as well.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
Eddie,
do you got anything coming out on your channel?
Nope. I spent the week mainly like getting really angry at YouTube because I thought it would be able to edit the 12-hour fucking video, and it wasn't able to, and neither was my PC for that matter. So I got freaked out for a bit, which is why the last week's podcast was delayed.
All right.
And then W.
Yeah, I've got nothing coming out on my channel this week. Elon Musk is still taking his sweet-ass time.
At this point, we might want to consider installing the glass behind you that says "Breaking Case of Elon Musk."
Yeah. No, install a glass in front of me.
Yeah.
Because I ain't much use until then.
You get that glass. I get a glass that says "Breaking Case of Benedict Cumberbatch." And then Pink needs one of his own. I fucking forget. I don't even remember what the context for the joke of me having a thing that says "Breaking Case of Benedict Cumberbatch" was. I just know that it's a joke.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
I can't even assume how that originated anymore.
It was something about Doctor Strange. But that's all I remember. Like I remember it was something about bringing Benedict Cumberbatch on the podcast just in as Doctor Strange for 5 whole minutes because that's all we can afford. But I don't remember. But I don't remember why he should be on the podcast for 5 whole minutes.
I can't remember why we were bringing him, or what even led to that where he would cameo.
I remember it being a stupid joke, but I don't remember much beyond that.
I mean, most of the jokes we make are stupid.
That's true. We've been doing good work, boys.
Let's all pat ourselves on the back.
You know, while uploading videos, because while uploading videos that are coming out this week for the group channel, I was looking at our avatar, and I'm just like, man, hide and rack is in the avatar, and that's a joke that aged.
That's a throwback, right
yeah,
there.
that one right. Yes, the joke I made of a pro wrestler raping a small animal. Yes, I do remember that.
Yes, like that's one of those things where like you can tell that we last updated our avatar like 2 years ago, because he probably wouldn't freaking like he probably wouldn't put it in the avatar. We might still make the joke offhand and then we'd cringe at it, but he probably wouldn't put it in the avatar that Hyder like rapes Pokemon.
Wait, you made that joke, not me. I remember now.
I don't remember. I remember that the joke was made.
I think I would have brought up Heidenreich, but you were the one who turned it into Heidenreich getting it on with Pokemon.
I mean, like the parts that I remember is that Heidenreich somehow got brought up. For some reason, he became the daycare assistant guy, but also a Ditto. And then things got out of hand.
It sounds like. How did this happen? I have no idea.
Sometimes jokes just happen. And I was like, sometimes jokes are just spawned in from the void. Anyway.
Without our consent or permission.
So what's coming out on the group channel, Daddy? Well, I'm glad you asked, Daddy. On the group channel, we are getting. On the group channel, we are getting the Halloween week. Well, what's done of it so far, anyway. We might shoot stuff literally this week that may go up this week. We don't know. but what's done as of this recording? On Monday, we have the best of Silent Hill 2. Finally, you will be able to experience all of the freaking the Maria beating action of James Sunderland in his quest to fucking drown in a car in the middle of Toluca Lake.
Yeah. But he doesn't end up doing that, if memory serves.
No, not in our playthrough. We got the good ending.
Yeah. Spoilers, I guess, for a 20-year-old game.
Yeah.
It turned 20 last month. Crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Then we have Neo on fucking. Can you tell that I don't know the days of the week sometimes? It's hard.
Yeah.
Not having any fucking sense of time or freaking like cursory knowledge. But yeah, then we have Neo, where what even happened in Neo? We danced. That's pretty much it.
All night?
Who was on that one?
Pink.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's on you guys. And
Pink, do you remember the game where the freaking the big ogres were attacking me, and then I somehow didn't die?
Which one are we talking
it's
about?
like that's the game we play.
Neo. The one with
Neo!
the walls.
Oh!
He's
Yeah.
the one.
So yeah, that's gonna be coming out. And then we have Hollow Knight, which like I feel like if you're going to skip any of these videos, you should probably skip most of them, aside from Silent Hill, honestly. But if you're going to skip any of these videos, Hollow Knight is probably the one. And I titled it in a way to convey this, because I titled that video, well, we attempted to do commentary.
An attempt was made.
Yeah. Because Hollow Knight
It certainly was.
Because Hollow Knight, if you remember, is the game where the game's audio is the recording session where the game's audio wasn't captured. I tried to fix it, and then somehow during the exporting process, that audio also got lost. So it's just our commentary and then the game's visuals.
Right.
And not only that, but even during the commentary, it's like most of the commentary is me doing a thing and then going to Pink. See, this is why I think this sucks. And then Pink goes, yeah, that kind of does suck. aside from the few instances where I didn't even start talking about stuff, and then Pink was just like, man, this game looks like it just really like removed parts of normal Metroidvanias in the name of difficulty, and then made you pay for them.
Capitalism.
We did beat the game though in 27
This is
hours,
true.
and then we have Resident Evil Director's Cut, Vegeta's greatest enemy, Stairs.
Actually, stairs are your greatest friend in that game because zombies can't go upstairs.
But yes,
What a bunch of idiots.
but yeah. But do you remember the freaking the statue?
Oh, yes, I do. Statues are a good friend of me. They save your life, but they ask for hard work in response. It's only fair.
Yeah. And that's about it. That's as far as what we have, because like we still need to shoot the freaking the yearly Sonic the Hedgehog special, and then
This is true.
we need to do like 2 more other videos that are not Sonic the Hedgehog to actually round out the week. But I don't know if we have enough time in the week to do it.
Yeah.
If not, then those will be uploaded at a later date, a special like in the special time slots where we usually don't upload stuff. Anyway, yeah, that's about it. Unless
I think we should make October longer. Not even just for the schedule, just because October is the best month. 31 days is not enough.
I mean, I enjoy December, but then that's partially because like, funnily enough, even though I don't really have Christmas spirit, there is this one special, this one old Merry Melody that was about like a mouse and a bat freaking just trying to go to sleep on Christmas Eve or something like that. That usually makes me feel good.
I believe
Does
it.
it end in them killing everyone so they can finally get some sleep?
No, that was Porky Pig. I like how it got eaten, so it just sounded like W got really angry that it was Porky Pig and not some random mouse and bat. Killed everyone.
All right. What were we talking about?
Nothing.
All right, then Pink. What you been up to this past week, man?
Not a lot. Sora got released on Smash Brothers. I played a single match with him at this point, and that was only actually this morning. So, he feels very floaty.
It's
That's
supposed
kind
to.
of the idea.
Ah, he's got a nice alternate outfit. Where actually, let me turn on my Switch so I can describe it. It's like an old cartoony style. Is that a reference
Yeah.
to something?
Yes, there. In Kingdom Hearts 2, you go back to Steamboat Willie, and that's how Sora looks in that one.
Ah, so that explains why he's in black and white.
Yeah.
Steamboat Willie's in black and white, right?
Yes.
Yes.
They hadn't invented color yet.
Not yet.
Yeah. Those are the days. Nobody laughed that they hadn't invented color. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Tough crowd.
Stupid assholes.
Yeah, so it's very floaty, but other than that,
He's very
I
floaty in
don't-
the games that he comes from.
makes sense then. So good on you, Sakurai. Everything else about him felt pretty basic. Nothing really stand out to me as something like very game changing, like the what's his face hero from that one series that nobody plays,
Dragon Quest.
or even wait, what?
Dragon Quest.
Hero Quest? Dragon Quest. Okay, I was about to say, what is it? I misheard you and thought you said Hero Quest. I was like, wait, that can't be it. That's way too
Yeah,
stupid.
Hero Quest is a tabletop game.
Aha. Well, yeah, nothing stands out the way that some of the previous fighters have, like the Pyra and Mithra, who are the only characters that can actually do the old Sheik Zelda swap. Kazuya, who's got those weird grabs and inputs. You know, a lot of people were released with a bunch of inputs. No third jump like Banjo and Kazooie. Nothing like the hero, as I just mentioned.
I mean,
Even
Sora's
Steve
gimmick
was
is.
really awkward because he has that whole mining mechanic.
I mean, Sora's gimmick is less flashy, I guess, because it's more in line with like usual fighting game stuff. But Sora's gimmick is that he gets the John Talbane shit, where if you do the side special, then you can control it in the air when you input it.
Addy's talking about the move where Sora does a little like kind of dash attack, which he can then combo into another one and then another one for loads of air maneuverability.
Yeah.
That's what he's talking about. Which,
See.
I mean, I'm the only person here who's actually played through any of the Kingdom Hearts games, right?
I played.
I believe that is correct.
I played Recoded.
Ah, okay. Well, I'm definitely the biggest Kingdom Hearts fan here, and I was not at all calling for Sora exactly for like what you're talking about now, Pink. He's just kind of a generic dude. There's not much interesting stuff to do with him in Smash. He's just kind of Mr. Hero Man, you know?
I mean, the thing with Sora is that no one was calling for Sora in Smash. People were calling for Mickey Mouse in Smash, which got counted as Sora's votes.
Well, at least it wasn't Goku, I guess, then.
Yeah. Like I don't know how Mickey Mouse would have worked. Like I suppose like he would have had he could have had a more interesting like playstyle than Sora, I suppose. But like which Mickey Mouse
like Game & Watch.
but like which Mickey Mouse game would you take inspiration from? Epic Mickey?
Oh, I forgot about those.
I didn't.
I played the second one, I think. It was given away with free with gold, and I was like my niece was very small, and I was like, hey niece, it's Mickey Mouse. It's it's the fucking the Eldritch abomination that owns everything in the world. Do you want to? Do you want to play this video game that features well beloved children's eldritch horror Mickey Mouse? And she was like, no, it looks boring and I can't see anything because it's really dark. And then she was like, okay, Uncle putting Contra. Because genuinely, my niece plays nothing but fighting games, Contra, and Roblox, or freaking Roblox and Minecraft. Like it somehow because like it. Because I showed her Contra once. It's one of her favorite games.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
the freaking the what was the guy's name? Man, I'm a fake Contra fan. What was Bill's last name? Whatever, the blue guy. His bloodline must continue. Contra, the first Contra must be worshipped by the freaking by like the people centuries from now on. But only the first game, the one from 1988. All of the others don't count.
There were others?
The Contra used to be a series. Contra used to be a series, and people usually like either the first one or the third one the most. 4 was okay. It wasn't great, but it was better than the newest one. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So outside of Smash Brothers, were you saying something there?
I continue.
All right. Outside of Smash Brothers, I watched a movie called The Burbs. Burbs. I'm not saying birds, but with the funny burb part.
Oh yes, the Tom Hanks movie. Okay, for a second there, I thought you were saying you had watched. For a second there, I thought you were saying you had watched the classic Alfred Hitchcock fucking horror movie, The Birds.
Oh, yes, the classic Alfred Hitchcock horror movie, The Burbs.
Exactly.
Where Alfred Hitchcock like freaking throws parakeets at people for 40 minutes in black and white while freaking like old timey piano horror music plays.
I mean, Addy, that's pretty well the movie.
It
I've
is.
seen parts of it. I wouldn't mind watching
Yeah.
the whole thing, but yeah, I've seen parts of it.
I need the biggest seed bell you've got. No, that's too big. I wish Mike was here so someone would laugh at my Simpsons references.
I mean, the problem with your Simpsons references is that I watched most of the things that you reference. I just watched it dubbed, so I don't pick up on what you're referencing.
Ah, damn it. Do you want me to explain it?
Maybe.
Explain yourself.
Okay, so there's an episode of The Simpsons Treehouse of Horror that parodies the birds. Or, well, it might not have been Treehouse of Horror, but it was one episode of The Simpsons that parodies the birds. And Hans Moleman, the most notoriously pathetic character in Simpsons, figures out he's going to save the day by going into a phone booth and ordering a big seed bell. So he calls the place up and he
Oh
says,
yeah, now I remember.
I need the biggest seed bell you got. No, that's too big. And when it cuts to the next scene, it's an absurdly large seed bell, which immediately for one thing, it's funny that it like took all the dramatic oomph out of Hans Moleman saying, I need the biggest seed bell you've got, because that sounds serious, but then the next sentence being, no, that's too big, just makes it sound stupid. But it's extra stupid because in the next scene, the seed bell that he actually gets is fucking building sized, I think. So it's like, what the fuck was the biggest seed bell?
Oh, that's sized.
Yeah.
Anyway,
man.
the burbs, the suburbs.
The Suburbs. Yeah, very funny movie. I had never seen it before, which is why I bring it up anyway. I really liked it. I thought all the cast members were very good. I feel like Carrie Fisher's character was kind of shoved to the background, so I wasn't as big a fan of that. I don't know what else to say. I really enjoyed it. I liked the plot. I thought it was funny. I liked the twist of how they thought something was up, then it wasn't, but then it was, but then maybe it wasn't, and etc. I would recommend it, honestly. Very good.
Right.
And I believe that is all I did or accomplished in my week, so I'm pretty small week for me, but I think I'm good to pass the baton.
All right,
Awesome.
W cut out, so I don't know what he said. That's cool.
I
Oh,
think you said your name.
All right, so I guess the first thing because I don't really have a lot of things to say about it because it's not technically part of my week is that my sister and niece started watching freaking Macadamia. And and it sparked this funny moment because my sister, we used to watch Naruto together with my sister when it was originally airing, and then I finished it separately, and she caught up on it now, I think. But she like I just go into the room, and I'm like, "Are you watching My Hero Academia?" And she's like, "Yeah." I go, "It's pretty much just Naruto," and she goes, "Yeah." She doesn't really care about it.
yeah.
My niece likes it, so that's nice. Oh, immediately, her favorite character is fucking Todoroki because he has two-tone hair. But yeah, as for what actually is my week, well, I beat Borderlands 2 for the first time. I soloed the entire game.
You poor unfortunate soul.
For what reason?
because I got PS Plus, and that gives me a couple more games. But I've beaten all of them, and basically my backlog is like freaking Darksiders 3, Borderlands 2 until now, freaking Bioshock 1 and 2 because I beat freaking Infinite already, and then what else? I don't remember. Bulletstorm probably. Noticing a pattern that it's mostly shooters, but
Yeah.
but yeah. So Borderlands 2, I got to like pretty much to the end of the game. Like I got within 5 missions of the end of the game when I originally played Borderlands on my 360, and then there was a free weekend for the handsome collection on Xbox. So I played it in that one because I didn't know like. Freaking basically, long story short, I lost my character to the handsome collection on Xbox. That was near the freaking that was near the end of the game. So that's why it
That
took
sounds
me.
bad.
Yeah, so that's why I
Little
didn't.
bit.
That's why I didn't beat the game until now. Because I already got a 0 up to pretty much to the end of the game, and then and then I played like 2 missions in the handsome collection, and then the free weekend ended. But and my character was not now incompatible with the original version of the game, which is really cool of your Gearbox.
Thank you, Randy.
Yeah. So after that, I don't know when they gave the handsome collection away for free on PlayStation, but I have Borderlands the pre-sequel and 2 through that now, and I just tried to play through as Krieg, but I just didn't find the ability tree that fit my playstyle, so I just went back to playing 0 completely from level 1. And yeah, like I beat the game under leveled. The final mission is level 30, and I only got to level 30 once I beat the final mission because I was so fucking fed up with doing grinding and shit.
Yeah.
Like Borderlands 2.
Excuse me, Mr. Pimp. Mr. Borderlands Pro over here.
Nah, I just got good weapons accidentally. Because of in Jesus.
The best way to get it good.
Yeah. And like Borderlands, like I feel like I disagree with Soon on this, because like Borderlands 2 for me is a game that's like 3 times the size that it should be, because the actual amount of content of the game, like technically there is enough content in the game to justify the size of the game if you consider the like random loot and shit like that content, which I don't, because reading like you know 0.1% of a stat change and a slightly different name on it isn't really what I consider content in a video game. Pretty much.
Yeah.
And I just don't like looters. I mean that's a part of it.
Slooters.
Yeah.
Slooters. Oh God, I hate that. I hate it.
So yeah.
No, thank you, sir.
But yeah, so like my favorite game out of the actual Borderlands games, that's not Tales from the Borderlands, because Tales from the Borderlands is like probably the best Borderlands game overall. Just like the best Borderlands game set in the Borderlands universe is Tales from the Borderlands.
Yeah, definitely. Like absolutely.
But the best actually
it's not even a matter of debate as far as I care.
Yeah. But if we're talking about like subjectively what I think to be the best Borderlands game that was made by Gearbox, I think, or you know at least that plays like Borderlands is supposed to, I guess. Like my favorite Borderlands game is the pre-sequel, because the pre-sequel is like 1/3 the size of 1, which means that you beat the game in 2 sittings, which is fine for me because Borderlands can barely like Borderlands' writing can barely hold up two sittings.
Yeah.
And like I suppose, like, you know, it's a thing of like, I suppose there's nothing inherently wrong with the game. It's just like whenever I'm playing Borderlands, I'm not really having fun I'm looking at how the missions are and shit like that. And I'm just like, man, I'm playing WoW again, but now it's a shoot. Now I'm shooting shit instead of freaking clicking on things. And like,
Yeah.
and like, if I wanted to play WoW, I could just install WoW, you know. Like I could just actually buy and play World of Warcraft if I wanted to play World of Warcraft again.
Yeah.
And that's
You're
yeah.
discussing a lot of the issues I have with Borderlands.
Yeah, I mean, like I know I'm not breaking freaking new ground here because I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure all three of us have said the same things that I'm saying right now on multiple occasions before, and we still tried to record Borderlands, and it still didn't work out because none of us liked it.
Yep.
That video is still titled Part 1, by the way, and Part 2 is never coming.
Oh yeah, like it's not even a physical possibility.
I mean, yeah, but even if it was, like, are either of you willing to sit down to grind fucking like random freaking like? Oh, I'm forgetting the name of the mission type. Fetch quests, yes. Like, are either of you really willing to sit down and do a 2.5 hour session doing pretty much nothing but fetch quests? Because I'm not.
You raise a valid point.
You know what? If it was a very specific condition, if we got 4 of us instead of 3, and I could at least, like, either they add crossplay or we all do it on PC, so I could do it on mouse and keyboard, because I find that playing FPSs on stick to be abominable. So if those specific conditions were met, I could do it. But I highly doubt we would somehow rope someone into the 4th slot, and I highly doubt that everyone else would play at their less preferred means of first-person shooter play, just for my sake, you know.
I mean, I don't have a preferred means to play first-person shooters. That's the thing. Like, I played FPSs on stick not because I particularly want to, but because consoles are usually the things that actually can run them on my end. But back when I back in grade school in technology class, we would do LAN parties on CS 1.6, and I got snipers banned twice. So you know.
Nice.
Yeah, like it was a funny story because there was this kid who was like, I don't know, like 7 years old senior, somehow still going to grade school, and freaking yeah, and he was like,
did you go to school with the bald kid from Simpsons that has a son who's also going to school?
Not quite, but close enough, yes. But I remember that kid was like, man, I'm just so good at Counter-Strike. All of us, like the freaking the computer lab computers are all hooked up to do LAN parties. Do we want to play Counter-Strike once the assignment is done and the teacher lets us and stuff like that? And we were like, I guess nothing's installed on these computers aside from fucking Counter-Strike. So I suppose we might as well.
Yeah.
And that was my first time playing Counter-Strike against people, by the way. And the guy I was trying to do were probably competitive threats. But what he wasn't waiting for was for me to actually, like, you know, intercept him with a sniper rifle like you're supposed to do when people are just fucking running around doing, like, trying to do drive-bys on foot with pistols.
Yeah.
And so on the first round, he was the host server for the LAN party or whatever, and he just fucking banned sniper rifles. And I complained because why the fuck would you ban die, like, just outplay me, motherfucker?
Yeah.
But,
yeah, it is legitimately a case of guy thinks that he is a pro among noobs and will get to show off just how great he is. Finds out he isn't that great, gets mad.
Yeah. But then I complained to him. He didn't unban snipers. I was like, okay. So I just went with akimbo pistols, and then I killed him twice. He unbanned snipers to buy a sniper rifle himself. I still killed him with the akimbo pistols, even though he was using a sniper. I don't know how the fuck that happened, by the way. And then he banned my PC. And then he banned my PC from being in the LAN party.
Banned for being too good.
Yes. So,
I think everyone's had that at some point. That is a lie.
And, like, you know, it's not a thing of like, oh, I think I'm really good at Counter-Strike now because freaking like I did that once. Like that was locally. Online people actually fucking like try to play the game properly and like learn things and stuff like that. That's not the case when you're just freaking having locals.
Yeah,
Yep.
especially when you're going against a guy who's butt mad all the time.
Yeah. But that was really funny to me. That like
It's funny all around. Don't worry. It's a scrub quote situation, you know.
yeah. After that, I played Counter-Strike 1.6 online once, and basically my whole freaking online career in Counter-Strike is I went into a server that I didn't know. I headshotted the guy who was the MVP in like free for a deathmatch. I headshot the guy who was MVP with a pistol, and then I got killed like 3 times, and then I left because I was like, Counter-Strike, in it.
Counter-Strike.
I don't know how I shot the MVP in the head. That's the thing that surprises me. That one there, because that's people who actually play the game, while I don't.
Hey.
Beginner's luck.
I suppose so.
But yeah,
Hey,
that's you.
Gives me time.
But yeah, so all of that was to say, like, I don't really have a preferred playing method for freaking FPSs because I can adjust to playing either way. And I don't think
all right.
I don't think Pink minds either way. Do you?
I for now, I would say I would definitely have a preference for the controller because I do feel kind of not good, I would say, with the mouse and keyboard. I don't mind the mouse aspect. It's moving around with the keyboard that I haven't quite grasped yet.
I mean,
you'll
you can.
notice in the
So what you're saying is you need to try Mongolian style.
yeah.
Yeah, you need to play like
when
Wooly.
we were playing Smite on mouse and keyboard, it was like my aiming was fine. It was maneuvering around the map that was the tricky part.
Pink.
And then as I was doing a practice run on Fallout to make sure everything was working, that I could get used to the controls, I was like, aiming's fine, everything's fine. It's maneuvering that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Pink, plug in your controller and play the game like Wooly. Just move around with your
control
That's
stick in the
Mongolian
mouse.
style.
yeah.
Addy, that's
Ah.
I don't know what's it's called because like usually when I see people talk about that, people are just butthurt that Wooly plays FPSs like that, which I don't get. Like let the man play however the fuck he wants, as long as as the game allows it. Like
yeah.
Why hasn't anyone developed something like that where it's like two
They have.
mouses?
Oh, not
You
two
know, you
mouses.
have your little mouse, your movement pad on the left, your actual mouse on the right. It'll be fine. Throw some buttons on the movement pad. Maybe upgrade your mouse to have some buttons on that, because some do. It should work out fine.
I mean, I don't know how much a movement pad would work with FPSs that aren't like Doom. But then, like at the same time, I when you say movement pad, I'm imagining like a drawing tablet, but it's for movement.
No, I was thinking more something like, it's like, I don't know, not much bigger than a mouse. It would have a control stick like in the middle for your thumb, or I guess not quite in the middle.
Oh yeah, I think they make those for consoles.
Not be comfortable. What's that?
I think they make those for consoles.
Why though?
Because some people can play, like some people just straight up refuse to play anything with anything FPS with a stick, like even more so than W. Like let me see.
Get a PC,
it's just
nerd.
It's just annoying.
But yeah, but like I'm saying that there are people who just straight up refuse to play. Like there are people who play nothing but shooters, but they refuse to play shooters on a console with anything but keyboard and mouse, even though the game doesn't support it.
Yeah. Okay, you know what the real dumbest shit is the reverse Mongolian style.
Okay, so yeah, this
Move with keyboard but shoot with controller?
Yeah, that's stupid. That is stupid, yes. So Pink, this exists.
How does he aim?
Badly.
Yeah.
How'd you aim with that?
You aim badly.
And move badly too.
Is that going to? Okay, yeah, there you go. Those exist, Pink.
Yeah, someone that fucking picture of the person who replaced his left stick with a WASD somehow.
Wait, is that the right stick? Is that supposed to be the right stick?
It looks like it, which doesn't make much sense.
Why would you have a right stick and a mouse?
Well, I don't know.
I mean, I suppose.
Oh.
No,
No, that's the left stick. That's the left stick. And
Okay.
he's got like a. It's. Oh, what the fuck? Why is there a PlayStation button?
because it's for PlayStation.
Oh, okay. So what this is? Yeah, this is a Mongolian style controller.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like the thing that Pink is talking about is being made by Hori. Yes.
I see. I was not able to get my patents soon enough. Darn it.
I mean, the one good thing that I can point out about this thing is that it has the GameCube notched analog thing on it.
It's pretty disgusting. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I would try it out just to see how it
It's
feels.
not pretty.
But I know it is not pretty. Like it's one of those things where if I like.
I should just get one of those gaming keyboards that have the WASD buttons like propped up higher than all the other keys. That would work. That'd be good enough.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Because then I won't slam on the Q and E as I'm trying to go forward.
Pink, if I get that one, you can just freaking get one of these things.
Why get that when I could get this abomination right here in the
Yeah.
Discord? Yeah, good point.
That thing. I've never seen a controller that looks like it's saying "kill me."
I mean, like I get the freaking the movement buttons, but I don't get it. Like, I get the stick part. I get the movement buttons for the people who don't like the stick. I don't know how I can justify the everything else. Like it looks like you shoved the fucking numpad into a controller. Anyway,
What?
Yeah?
Yeah, just move on. Just move on and forget about it.
It'll be better that way.
so Pink, after you got your 50th copy of this controller, what else did you do?
We were on your week, dude.
Oh shit! We were.
Yeah.
Right, Borderlands. I beat that. The game's ending is. I can't tell you much about it because honestly, it was like. I mean, it's a combination of it wasn't all that interesting, and I wasn't paying too much attention because it wasn't all that interesting. I mean, it's like the Borderlands 2 ends. Do you remember the part in Assassin's Creed 2? I think it's 2 or Brotherhood that ends with Ezio touching the like Apple of Eden, and it shows a map of all of the temples. Yeah.
I remember him seeing the weird god lady and saying, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, that's 2, I think.
Yeah.
Because the Brotherhood opens up with them talking.
Mm.
But yeah, so there's this part.
Yeah, let me tell you, that was a real fucking strange experience, considering Brotherhood was the first Assassin's Creed game I'd ever played.
Yeah. It was the first Assassin's Creed game I played as well.
Oh boy, yeah.
But yeah, freaking there's this one part, I forget which. I actually don't remember which character it is or whatever. But there's this one part in Assassin's Creed where they touch a piece of Eden, and it shows them a map of all of the vaults in all of the world. That's how Borderlands 2 ends. They touch the key to the vault, and then they never go into the vault that they're right next to. By the way, they touch the key to the vault, and the key shows them all of the places that the vaults are, and that's where the game ends.
Did the other
why?
games do anything with that?
I don't think so, but then, like, I don't think so. At the same time, the only game that actually like continues the story is 3, and I have not seen anything about 3 because having played through a lot of having played through a bit of 1 and now all of 2 and also all of 3 sequel. I don't need more Borderlands in my life. I don't think.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you know, I did also play freaking Tales from the Borderlands, but yeah, that doesn't really change much.
Yeah, Tales from the Borderlands very much does not focus on that. No.
What else did I do? I did play a bit of Darksiders 3.
All right. How was it?
It's like, I don't even know what to call it. Like, I genuinely don't know what to compare it to, because like it's like it's about as bad as Lords of the Fallen, but in a different way.
Okay.
So I played the game on a slim PS4. The game was chugging 24/7. Like steady frames were few and far in between when no one was playing or there was freaking no enemies. And even then, sometimes the environments were too resource heavy. So like playing the game was going between somewhere between like 15 and 30 frames constantly. Then
all right.
Then the combat.
That's not great.
Yeah. Then the combat is Dark Souls because Dark Souls is in, but you can change it to be not Dark Souls, which doesn't really work because it was designed to be Dark Souls.
Yeah.
And the movement feels stiff and shit. It just like it doesn't feel good because like you have 3 speeds pretty much. You have walking, which is your default freaking speed. You have a run that you need to press the left stick in to do. But if you do anything that's not, but if you do anything that's not running, then the next time you press the direction anywhere, you just walk instead of running. Then you also have a dash, which is faster than running on short terms, but also has a recovery. So it's not actually faster than the run or the dash or whatever. It's about as fast, but because it has recovery, it also feels bad. So pretty much no part of the movement feels good. One of the movement things that you can do is because Fury has a whip, she can do rope swings pretty much like the Indiana Jones thing where she grabs the thing above her and then swings to the other side. She can do that in the air, and they have platforming stuff like put around this, which would be fine if there wasn't a like I don't know 1 in 3 times chance that she doesn't actually grab onto the thing, and then the things just continue like this. Pretty much.
Yeah.
So like to finish the game, you need to beat all of the I'm forgetting the name of the great sins or whatever. And
7 deadly sins.
Yeah, the 7 deadly sins. You need to beat the 7 deadly sins. And after the third one, I gave up because I just couldn't handle the how the game was designed overall anymore.
Yeah.
Like if it was just the frame dips, because or freaking Darksiders 2 on Xbox had frame dips and stuff like that, but the game, well, you know, it like you could tell that the budget was running dry as the game was being made, but at least it was still relatively like coherently designed and all that. Darksiders 3's design, like level design, it feels like it can't decide if it wants to be Darksiders or Dark Souls. Which means that you get with the worst parts of both, pretty much. And then not only is there no minimap, because you know we can't have minimaps because that takes up too much screen space. We need to do the shitty ruler on the top of the screen. It doesn't actually tell you shit. The compass.
The
Yeah, that's the word.
Skyrim compass.
Yeah. So like, not only does the game not have a minimap, it doesn't have a fucking map at all. So the compass is the only way to freaking go through the world. So good luck.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you now that's a Souls thing.
I mean, I don't know, because like Souls usually doesn't fucking tell you where to go.
Oh, Souls doesn't have a compass, but lack of a map is a Souls thing.
And yeah, like, yeah. Like, Darksiders 3 is the worst parts of Darksiders and the worst parts of Souls. Pretty much.
All right.
And then what else did I do? I feel like I played something else, but I don't remember. So hey, I drew some stuff.
All right.
So for one thing, a couple of weeks back I showed Pink this drawing, but then I freaking went back and improved it because I actually made a background sorta. It's kinda nice, I guess.
Yeah.
Nice.
Then this is not one that I made this week, but this is one that I made like 3 weeks ago and I just forgot about it. But I got bored.
Yeah. The next second character returns.
Yeah.
Get ready for the next battle.
For the audience, I drew Kermit the Frog smoking a blunt with 2 katanas.
Hang on, it's not 2 katanas, it's 2 samurai swords.
Well, I think I named it 2 katanas. So technically, the drawing I made is called, yeah, Kermit the Frog with 2 katanas smoking a blunt. Is the title of the drawing.
Yeah.
And then let's see. I tried to do something with line shading again. It didn't really work out. I should probably just give up. Really. But it's not horrible.
It looks pretty good, yeah.
Head empty.
Yeah. This is how I feel whenever I sit down to draw, because I'm like, man, I need to draw at least like an hour so I can improve on my drawing stuff. And then I sit down and I'm like, okay, so what do I draw now? And nothing happens. Head empty. And then I also made a Halloween drawing that I may need to send Dial's way once we record with him again, because I feel like his reaction would be funny. But where the hell did I put it? Here it is. Yeah, Halloween drawing.
Jesus Christ.
Look. I don't know where the sentence is going. Just look at him. He requires your attention.
I refuse.
I can't look away.
He is menacing.
Good God.
I really appreciate how I can't fucking draw like anatomically correct like appendages usually. But then I make a fucking joke buff Kirby, and like the arms are a bit too big. Like Kirby's ranking arm may have become a bit too strong. But like aside from that, it's actually like for my standards, it's pretty on point. I also feel like I got the JoJo pose correct, because depending on where you look at the freaking, like depending on which part of Kirby you look at, he's looking at in different directions. and freaking like I suppose it depends on what you're going for. But like when I think of JoJo poses, the one that immediately comes to mind is Josuke's freaking Josuke with his hand on his back or his hips. I don't know. And so because of that, to me, a JoJo pose requires an anatomy to be bent to a point where you literally couldn't be able to replicate it in real life. And I mean, I don't like. You look at Kirby's body, I guess. I don't know, like the top half of the picture, and he's turning around, but then his legs are also facing forward. So like, you know, from a perspective point of view, I failed, but from a JoJo point of view, I succeeded.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is a good Halloween picture because that shit is scary, by the way.
On many levels.
Yeah. Did I do anything else? I may have. I can't seem to find it if I did, so whatever. I suppose there's something else, but I can come back to that after W's week is done, if we have time. It's not necessary.
You just go straight to it because I didn't do anything this week.
Like at all.
Yeah, country living.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. Like, you could have flipped a couple of cows.
No.
Why not?
No, my week, all that I can think of that I've done this week is school and like having sat in for some grocery trips and fuck. I guess still looking at the Warhammer 2 mods, which there's nothing new on that front. And watching Jeopardy with my parents, because I guess that's pretty well like during the week the only time I get to spend with my dad. So yeah, not exciting stuff on any fucking dimension. It's country living.
Was that
I'm used to that.
Was Alex Trebek's ghost hosting Jeopardy yet?
No. It's Mayim Bialik. The girl from Big Bang Theory that really wanted to fuck. Oh shit! What's his name? Sheldon.
Ah, yeah.
The Bazinga guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, she hosts Jeopardy now.
I don't know. I'm still of the opinion that it should have been a hologram of Alex Trebek, so that people can freak out. Like, so old people will freak out when he looks into the camera and his eyes just disappear.
Yeah.
There's just black void, and he points into the camera and goes, "You're next."
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. I suppose the last thing that's happened in this week is well, it's a continuation of freaking last week of the episode pretty much. Which it feels like this may be the last one. I hope it's the fucking last one, but every time I hope it's the last one because I don't like having these things. But yeah, like I've grown quite bipolar in the last 2 weeks when it comes to that shit. But it's like, how can I put it? Like I can start a day out fine, and then things just immediately things just suddenly go bad.
Yeah.
Which that's not the usual, because usually like I have like a month where things go bad, and then I'm fine for like a couple of weeks, and then it restarts. So the fact that it's sped up to me seems to imply that maybe it's near the end, and I mean, yeah, I hope it is.
Yeah.
And like, what was the big thing that I wanted to freaking put as a takeaway from this? Because like, I'm trying to summarize things. But I suppose the big thing is that you know how last week I was like you know how last week I complained about how my family and mainly my sister is like freaking being really adamant about me finding a partner. I guess I don't know how to put it.
Yeah.
And I did think about like why that bothers me, because it's not like you know it's not like they could be doing this a lot more malevolently. So
Yeah.
it shouldn't bother me, realistically speaking. I was like, well, why does it bother me? And I suppose a part of the reason why it does is because like fucking hell, words escape me when I need them the most. But like it genuinely feels like they're like I have a problem with me being aced. And that's the freaking that's what makes me irritated at them, because they're trying to like be helpful, I suppose.
Yeah.
I don't know where to go from this. Go from here, because like I don't don't really know what to do in regards to this. Sometimes what y'all say can help in figuring out a way to deal with it and stuff like that. But like, yeah,
I mean,
Hmm.
I see. This is something where I just keep repeating myself. Like, if you just say to your family that this is something you have to figure out for yourself, but don't be mean, of course,
yeah,
and
but
understand
it's
that
not
they might.
sorry for cutting in, but it's not the family part that's the problem. Like, I suppose the best way to put it is that like me being irritated at my family for talking about that stuff is a symptom, but it's not the root cause. The root cause is that for whatever reason, there's a part of me that's like, no, but you need to be like, you need to have a hard answer for whether you're straight or gay or whatever. Just figure something out that's not asexual, because even though you don't fucking feel anything, it can be that.
Well, I guess the only response to that is that hard answers may or may not come at any point, and you can't predict what the future may bring.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know where to go, really.
Indeed.
It's I think it might just be that simple, unless anyone else has anything to say. From the personal perspective, you just got to kind of handle it as, there's a certain way that you may feel right now, but you accept that you may feel differently in the future.
Yeah, which
And
I
you
do.
don't make any gambles based on how you might think you might feel in the future. But
Yeah. Well, anyway. I'm trying to make think of a joke to end the podcast with, so we don't end on a down note.
I mean, I don't
Alex,
think
you're
anyone.
funny. Say something.
What?
You failed
What'd you
me.
call me?
I said you're funny and say something.
What fooled you into thinking that? I'm a terribly boring person who just offloads this part of his brain whenever recording. And I'm Mr. Mundane Basic Bitch. Ask Soon, he'll tell you.
He was not
Funny.
here. He
So you're
abandoned us.
saying so Pink, you're saying Alex is a funny guy. Funny how? Funny like a clown? Ha
Yeah.
ha. Funny guy.
Yeah.
I don't think she know the fucking quote. So that
Except-
yeah.
he says that twice in the movie. I've not seen the movie myself, but I know that he says it twice in the movie. That line of like first someone calls him funny, and he goes, funny like what? Funny like haha funny, or funny like a clown funny? And he says that twice. The first time it's the character Spider, who is a young guy, and Joe Pesci then after getting sick of the Spider guy kind of avoids giving him a solid, concrete answer. And he's just like, "Well, you're a funny guy, you know." So Joe Pesci pulls out a pistol and fucking guns him down right there. And it comes back again later on in the movie when Ray Liotta is talking to him. And with that one, it's supposed to be a lot scarier because Ray Liotta is the main protagonist of sorts. And in that particular case, it works out, and he gets the joke. He's like, "Oh man, I'm a funny guy, ain't I? Whoa, gabagool." Spaghetti.
Joe Pesci puts on a clown nose and paints himself, and then goes, "We live in a society."
Well, that was originally supposed to be a Scorsese movie, yes.
And then while dressed up in the Joker cut of Joe Pesci goes and robs freaking Macaulay Culkin, even though he's 40.
Yeah.
Macaulay Culkin, I mean, not Joe Pesci. Joe Pesci probably wishes he was 40.
Yeah.
I would have watched that Joker movie.
I probably would have as well.
It's not even about it's not a character piece. It's literally Joe Pesci going slowly insane as he's trying to portray the Joker, and then goes and robs Macaulay Culkin.
The realities are bleeding.
Yeah.
They always said don't cross the streams, but I think they were wrong.
They're more wrong than you'd hope, but less than you'd imagine. All right, now can we wrap it up?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was a podcast, I suppose.
Indeed it was. Number 101.
201 actually.
201, pardon me. We went backward in time.
Yeah, we went back 100 episodes in 2 years.
Reboot.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Benjamin Button podcast.
Bye.